Hey guys, MC Mura here, and today we're gonna talk about the balance changes for Honda in Street Fighter 6 Season 2. This is a character that, in my honest opinion, right, got tremendously buffed in this patch. And you might be wondering, Mura, like, what are you talking about, man? They nerfed Headbutt. Well, the truth of it is this. You have to consider the system changes as well. There is no other character in this game that got perfect buried more than Honda, right? Honda was like the perfect bury machine, right? He was gonna getting perfect buried all the time. Headbutt, butt slam. And now that you don't get punished, at least your drive gauge and the opponent's super meter, they don't punish you as hard for getting the perfect parry on you. This automatically buffs him, right? So you have to consider this, keep this in mind. A nerf to perfect parry is a huge buff to Honda. Before we start anything, this is something that we gotta agree on. Now let's go over the changes, right? For starters, they nerfed back throw for him. Universal change, everyone got the back throw nerf. So that is, that's fine, that is to be expected. Even in the corner, obviously, you're still at a separate distance, so that's fine, a system change. Standing medium punch, this is a huge one. Advantage on hit went from +4 to +6, and the distance, he moves forward more when doing it, and it's easily noticeable. Like he really, stop with that. He really moves a lot with this move right now, and it become really, like this is now a monster tool, and it's even more noticeable in drive rush. Like he slides forward a lot, right? Take a look at this. Really fast and moves forward so much. He on the now got like a full screen drive rush medium punch, right? That is super good. And notice they said this used to be +4, now it's +6. So when I drive rush with it full screen, it's +10. And what is 10 frames? It's the same move. It's the same move. So that is funny. Like he can now drive rush full screen medium, which is yeah, that's hilarious. That is kind of hilarious actually. So this is a huge buff to him, buffs his neutral tenfold, and because this is a move that like even on drive rush you can combo it into itself and you will be +10. You can set up scenarios with this one, right? Get good damage out of it. So yeah, amazing all around. Like this is now honestly probably one of the best buttons in the game and one of the best drive rush button as well. This is gonna be tremendous. Just throwing it out of drive rush, giving the forward momentum, that's huge. Standing medium kick, reduce the foot hurt box from frame 7. This also is pretty big because this is a really good poke actually, very favorable against like crouching medium kick time moves, as you can see, and it's gonna be even harder to whiff punish, so that is pretty big for him, right? That, especially with the change that's coming next, so this is good buff. Standing heavy punch, this is a psht, psht, psht. Increase the knockdown time on punish counter by 12 frames. This is actually pretty crazy. This is that, right? So now they fall for 12 frame longer, so it's like this is now longer, which means that you get more time to do whatever you want, right? So yeah, big buff for the man. And probably there will be like some combo routes that weren't possible. I'm not super familiar with Honda combos pre-patch, but yeah, this is gonna be pretty good. Crouching medium kick, advantage on hit, change from +5 to +6. This is also pretty crazy because now this is +6. This always used to be like really good. You could always like combo it into his light punch, medium punch target combo, right? So this used to be really good, but now it's +6, which means that on a counter hit, it's gonna be +8. So you get a crouching medium punch, right? So that is good, gonna allow him to get like good conversions. And on a punish counter, it is +10. What is 10 frames? So this now is a thing, right? Now what's funny about this is this also means that it's +10 on a drive rush. So Honda going for drive rush low means that you're getting tagged with the medium punch of justice. So this is a tremendous buff for him as well. On a counter hit, on a punish counter, even on a regular hit, it's gonna be really good now. Crouching heavy kick, they changed it when it hits a mid-air opponent on the back. So I don't know how to replicate this one exactly, but there was like some times where the sweep would hit behind. I want to see the combo because I know there was like combo where you can do this. It could hit behind him. I'm not sure like exactly how you can get this, how you can set it up, but I've seen it and now they have adjusted it. Maybe I will add that Twitter clip when I find it, right? Jumping medium punch, another one of his air to air. Now it knocks down the opponent and this is good. Honda didn't have like a knockback air to air like that. So you're jumping, they're jumping, you land it, bam, here comes a pain, and you get like a juggle afterwards. So that's good for him. That is solid, obviously. Most of the roster got moves like that, so this is a big buff. Alright, so this is a change to his Toku Shizumi. That is his target combo, the medium punch into the down forward heavy kick target combo. What they did is that you can now cancel this into his Sumo Spirit, the Blade to the God, which buffs his 100 hand slap. Now the reason that this is big is that, first of all, before I talk about the reason, as you can see, the input is actually different. You don't input down forward heavy kick and then do the buff. You just press down, an extra down and heavy. So it's a bit of a different input, but the reason that this is big is that this move it spikes them to the ground. So for example, notice here I knocked down Ryu, he did a back roll. I am setting him to do a back recover backwards, but if I use this move in a juggle, see this, Ryu is stuck in place, he can't roll backwards. This is actually used to set up a safe jump for Honda. Now, the reason that this is so good is, let's say now you set this up, right? You get the buff and they're right in front of you. He is plus 13, so you get to apply Oki, right? You pretty much get to apply Oki and any hit you do will do more damage. So this guarantees Oki, removes their ability to recover backwards, and you got plus frames. So insane. And your next hit is gonna do mad damage. So this is a really big deal. 100 hand slap, this is attack on the second Headbutt expanded. So this is so that it's more consistent on hits. This one is actually a pretty big deal. Sumo Spirit 100 hand slap, this is a buff. It combos now from light kick, crouching light kick, standing medium kick, and crouching medium kick. So once you get the buff, this now works. It works from a crouching medium kick as well, and it works from a standing medium kick. This is a big deal because, like I showed you, his standing medium kick, for example, this is very favorable against crouching medium kick type moves, which Lord knows are very spammable in this game. So this is a very good answer to that, and just being able to shake them low was like a crouch. Just being able to shake them low with a crouching medium kick that is now special cancelable. Yeah, that is a huge that's a huge buff to Honda, right? And you can obviously like drive rush. Drive rush now you're like plus 10. Yeah, so crazy. So his reward in general for landing hit is very much buffed. They also just adjusted it so that when you're hitting someone with it in an airborne state, there is less blowback, so they're closer to you, right? So it's like, let's say that you knock them down. They want to make sure here that the follow-up is guaranteed because sometimes this would whiff, so that's cool. And as you can see, even reduced the pushback on the final hit, so they want to guarantee that you're getting the follow-up. Combo consistency changes pretty much. Now let's talk about the headbutts, because these are the moves that used to be very problematic and they got a lot of changes with this patch. Here is the gist of it, right? For the light and the medium headbutt, let's make sure that Ryu is blocking. Right. For the light and medium versions, Honda's now -3. He used to be -4, now he's -3. And this used to take away an entire bar of drive. Now it only take away about 80%. So this on-surface value seems like a nerf, but they did actually adjust the damage output on them as well. right? So now they're doing a little bit more damage, right? So Honda's closer to the opponent, but he is safe and not -3. Now the thing is, now you are in range where the opponent jab will clip you, right? It's not a free walk back heavy punch anymore for Honda, because this used to set up like a situation for him where he can just walk back and punish you. You can't really do that anymore. So this seems like a nerf, but remember, he doesn't get as punished now on a perfect parry, so this is something that you've got to keep in mind. Now, they also did change his heavy punch headbutt, where the headbutt now, if the opponent is jumping, you don't fly across the screen anymore, right? He stops on his track. So this is a nerf, but still doing a grip. This one still does an entire drive gauge on chip, and you're also left closer, so it's kind of the same change, but they buffed the damage on them and made them more consistent in combos. So I think his headbutt were probably one of the best specials in the game. Yes, they were drive parry baits, but it made Honda like this mini game type character. So I think them moving them away into something where, well, it got blocked, you gotta respect it. I think that's fine. I honestly think that's fine, since you have to consider perfect parry doesn't punish him as hard, right? So this is a big deal. Now they also did change. They also changed them on, like especially his heavy on a burnout opponent, so that he's left closer now. So it is better against opponents who are in burnout, right? Right now he's a little bit closer. Since he got the advantage, this kind of flips the situation where he will actually beat them if they're trying to mash, right? So since now he's gonna be +1, right? Remember, -3 means that he's plus on burnout. Let's put him in burnout again, right? He's now gonna be plus, so they left him closer, so it's buffed in burnout, right? So -3 means that it's good in burnout, man. So it's not all that bad. And yeah, you can't just mindlessly spam it anymore, because now you gotta respect, but you can still be an asshole. Like you're still like if you're still playing Honda, you can be like a dick with headbutts. Like you can still go for like an OD headbutt afterwards and you're gonna punish. So I mean, you can still be annoying with it. Normal sumo smash, that is the butt slam. So this one got another big change, and that is you're not in jab range afterwards, and you're not in the command grab range either. So let's say Ryu's not gonna mash, right? I'm not in jab range, and obviously I'm not in like command grab range, right? So this on face value seems like a nerf, but also there is a buff there. It takes away an entire gauge of drive, as you can see, and even more, like the second hit in by itself take one, and if you're doing it up close, going up and down, this takes more than a like one stock, right? The 2 barter, this is more than one drive gauge, so this does a lot of chip. But the reason that this is now good, in my opinion, is that it's much better as a combo tool, because they can't back rise. See this? Honda got a +23 frames and they can't back rise out of this one, so the Oki is guaranteed. This puts him in a fantastic Oki situation, right? The OD version, they did change it so that, and by the way, it's still Blossom Block, right? It's still Blossom Block, it's still Honda's turn. And actually the increased pushback, it also buffs his like walkout and trying to like whiff punish with it. Now it's almost set up like an auto-spaced whiff punish. See this? This is now almost like an auto-spaced whiff punish, so it's not all bad, right? It's different, but I don't think it's worse necessarily. And that buff to the like the fact that they can't roll back anymore, this makes it really good. Now they also buffed his OD version. Also they can't roll back, but on block now it's +2, and you are in jab range for this one. And the thing is, if you like, you can vary the timing now. Right? You can delay the timing if you hold the button, so you can mess around with them trying to perfect parry you. So this is actually a pretty solid change, I think, for Honda, right? This is a bug fix. Alright, so this is another change that is pretty cute. This is to his this move, right? As you can see now, when I do the regular, The second hit knocks down. So now the OD version for Honda, if you use this against an opponent who's blocking, this used to be +2, it's still +2, but if you use it on hit, you're +3 advantage here, so you can reset and go for like a command grab. They pretty much left this as a reset sort of deal, right? You can shake them with a crouching light kick. Like let's say I got the buff. See, like I can play some sort of mix-ups with them. They let this in as a reset tool. So now Honda got a little bit of a reset tool if he wanna go for it. Normal and overdrive Ushio throw, more hurt box on his head. So if he whiffs it, you can jump in on him easier. Nico Damachi, that is the slab. This one now got the same hit stop. This is a universal change, everyone got this. And they also did the Umatek, they removed the Umatek for his Super Art 1, bug fix for Super Art 2, and Super Art 3 also got like a bug fix so that it never deals less than the full damage. Overall, I think Honda's tremendously buffed. Like I said, the nerf to perfect parry is huge for him, and because of that they had to change his headbutt and butt slams a bit. Yes, you lost the brain dead headbutt, and now you kind of have to respect, but I mean, you got it now with the butt slam where it does set up the scenario where you can get an auto-spaced wave punish. So a little bit better, a little bit worse. His Oki is better, his neutral is better. This move is amazing. It's amazing out of drive rush. As you can see, it's an amazing check. And like let's say for example this opponent's gonna block the first hit only, right? I got the buff. To me, that's tremendous. To me, that is tremendous. Anyways, that's about it for Honda. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like or a comment. It helps the channel so much. We'll be leaving a link to the Patreon, Discord, Twitter, and Twitch pages in the description. Thank you so much for watching and stay safe.